Given their freedom, humanity must fight for survival. Some cling to safety, others fight. It is a time where a man's choices define him.
What's good, boys? Burps here. This is gonna be my first game review for this channel. Why do I say that like I have another channel? Anyways, today we will have a really deep look into Risen, a game I have played on the Xbox 360 when I was like 10, because it was free with Xbox Live Gold. Holy, I feel really old saying that. Who remembers Xbox Live Gold? Oh wait, is that still a thing? That was my first encounter with the online world that takes me back.
I already know you a bitch, my nigga. I'm stacking the bread like the chips, my nigga. Please come get your bitch, my nigga.
Anyways, Risen is a game by Piranha Bytes. They also made the cult classic Gothic, which I have played and loved every single one of. Yes, even you, Gothic. Free. We don't talk about you though. For starters, I don't do honest and actual reviews. No, that's boring. Shout out to all my video essay people out there. I'm just gonna have fun with these videos, so please don't get offended if this is your favorite game of all time or something. If you want to watch serious reviews, go ahead and click off. I'm not stopping you. Please stay. Please give me a chance. Without further smack, this game taught me one thing. I am a man. I need to provide. Even if my foot gets discombobulated when I kneel down. Woman wants meat.
At least we have some meat now. I'm not eating it raw.
Haha, she's a meat. I give her meat. Wife is scared of big bad wolf. I kill big bad wolf. Woman wants shelter. I give her shelter. Wife is pregnant. I go on an adventure and never see her again, so that my child can have a redemption arc and become Baki Hanma. Someone has to take the bullet for my bloodline to become strong after all. Seriously, you will never see her again. I thought she was my girl, bro. Well, anyways. Time to be a slave to my urges. The game, like any other Piranha Bytes game, gives you the option of choosing a faction.
Hey, you there. What are you doing here?
In this game, your choice is the Outlaws, savage and lawless people, or the Inquisition, who reminds me of Stalin's communist regime. Since I have watched the Joker in 2019 and since I can relate with the characters so much, I went for the Outlaws because I don't abide to rules. We have to overthrow the state and change society. All my boys hate the Inquisition. No, seriously, who even picks them? Are you okay with obeying a dictatorship? Are you okay to live like a brainwashed hermit? Yes? Nah, then you might as well live in Germany then. The Outlaws live in a swamp because the communists were too powerful for them having this as their retreat place. Walking around in the swamp, I have found what I would call a nice treat. Everybody consumes weed in this game, which is probably why they sound like gypsy British people.
Buy one fish and get a second fish completely free. 2 fish for the price of 1.
Sounds like a good deal.
The boss, the Don, Esteban. Wait, why is his name Esteban and why is the Inquisitor's name Mendoza? Is this some kind of reference to the Cuban crisis? Is my next task to smuggle the gathered wheat to USA by beating everyone in the camp with my axe? Axes, by the way, are superior to sword and shield, because by playing sword and shield, you're taking the easy route, and that makes you a pussy. I managed to have an audience with Esteban. Esteban needs money. I do too. My PC is 10 years old and about to explode. I need a new one. Please send money. I'm begging. I have a GTX 1060 3GB with 8GB RAM. I'm so finished. I have frame drops in this game, which the Xbox 360 managed to run smoothly. Help me. Help me. Anyways, I don't really know what this man is gonna do with all this gold, but I guess that's that Sigma grind set. Esteban wants me to help his man in the only city this island has. Why? This island is huge. Surely somebody tried building another city. This smells like a conspiracy. Before we continue with the story, gnomes. I don't know what kind of food they eat. I don't know what kind of training they do, but they all have Ultra Instinct for some reason. They dodge like crazy and they have this jump attack which looks like straight out of Devil May Cry. Oh yeah, I also haven't talked about the combat, right? Well, you dodge, 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 swing, 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 and that's basically it. The camera oftentimes can't comprehend the high-speed battle, resulting in fights like this. And as I have already mentioned, if you play Shield, you are a pussy. Be a man and play every game like Dark Souls. Don't touch magic as well, that's way too overpowered. Instead, you should fight with a bow. Oh, and one thing I recommend you doing while playing this game is saving the game every 10 seconds, because anything in this game can kill you. From trapdoors to a stinky moth to your disability of performing a 0.5 feet jump. I promise it's not a skill issue, I swear. My task in the city is to help the Don's men to gain back power in Harbor City. So by doing some side hustles and stealing money from the rich people like I'm Robin Hood, we managed to gain the upper hand. I met this lovely girl called Patty. She's the daughter of an infamous pirate called Steelbeard. Hey, don't look at me like that. I have already forgotten the name of the girl I stranded with here. She isn't even important anymore, so let me have my fun, alright? Patty is superior to her anyways, and she has a nice personality. No, seriously, I like her. She can take care of herself and even accompanies me sometimes. But like Sarah. Sarah took the kids and I couldn't do anything about it. Little break. After my initial playthrough, I found out that she's working on a wheat farm. In other words, she's for the streets. She lost her father and wants me to help her find him by searching for a map he has hidden on the island somewhere. But there's another pirate called Romanov which wants to steal that map. So they capture Patty and let me find the map in exchange for her life. Like the businessman I am, I found the map they wanted, and instead of giving it to them, I humbly take off their heads and rescue Patty with no exchange. So now with Harbor City in the Don's hands, he wants me to actually go to the Inquisition and make a peace treaty. Oh, and finally I get teleportation stones, so that I don't have to walk through the same areas which don't even change. Look, I don't like games being too quick travel heavy, but if areas don't change at all or nothing gets added, there's no point in wasting your time walking 10 minutes from one point to the other, especially because there's no running, there's just a running spell, which lasts like 30 seconds and is pretty much never available if you're not a mage. Taking a closer look at the volcano fort the Inquisition lives in, I am quite glad that I sided with the camp, because this place legitimately looks like a concentration camp. After having a walk through the fort, and of course leaving nothing valuable behind, I had a talk with the Inquisitor. Okay, so now this is the part where it gets really deep, so I'm gonna act like I'm Morgan Freeman and tell you the law of Risen. Long ago there were gods. Astaghfirullah, and there were titans as well. The gods trapped these powerful titans and one day disappeared. I'm just gonna stop. Now there were only men and titan on Earth left. Since there were no gods left, titans managed to free themselves from their shackles and started to terrorize the Earth. But there were mighty warriors called Titan Lords who defended humanity from their terror. These Titan Lords, although began to fight each other, that's why there is none of them left. Due to the Titans being so powerful, storms began to stroll across the ocean, which is how our nameless hero stranded here. The Inquisitor found out that there is a fire titan inside the island volcano, and now wants to control it to defend humanity again. Problem is, if the Titan is freed, the island will completely turn into Pompeii, because he is a fire Titan. Now I'm supposed to go and find 5 discs to open the door to the volcano. Why am I the only guy doing something on this island? Brother has hundreds of men, but only I am capable of finding the discs, or what? I'm not even one of you. How can you trust me? You have talked to me for the first time 10 minutes ago. Like, I'm obviously gonna snitch on you with the Don, bro. Are you retarded? So instead of bringing Mendoza his discs, I'm gonna give them to Esteban. At this point in the game, it gets really repetitive. You go into temples, fight off lizardmen, and get the discs. Wait, lizardmen? Yeah, well, I'm not too sure why Mark Zuckerberg is just chilling around these temples. One thing is that at this point in the game, you have so much health that you need to drink like 10 potions, which legitimately takes 2 minutes to do. Why can't I just drink 10 at once? Speaking of animations taking long, digging unironically takes as long as me opening TikTok and watching 5 minutes of this French man needing some bullets and shaking his big weapons.
Allez, my bullets! Ça la vie, ça baby, ça la vie, ça baby, ça la vie, ça baby. This one is one a mal. This one is one a li amal. This one is.
Thousands of people watch this and give him money? I think I might have made a fault in choosing my profession. Oh boy, we are getting into the final act now. After clearing all of the inner volcano areas, you get to this Ghost Rider man called Ursegor. He was the Titan Lord who guarded the Fire Titan. At this point, the Inquisitor went mad and went into the Fire Titan's chamber, trying to control the Titan. Who would have thought? My final mission now is to gather Ursegor's armor and weapon to fight off the Fire Titan. Again, it's just going into temples and fighting off lizardmen. After acquiring the O set, I asked a druid to fill it with magic. I think this guy is on that Zaza. So now the final fight begins. This is gonna be so epic. Inquisitor Mendoza has now fully become a lunatic and wants to challenge me to a fight? Well, that's that. Oh boy, what am I gonna fight in the final fight? What is that? This looks like a legendary Pokemon. Surely the fight will be good, right? No, I have to use a shield? Why? I guess I have to crush my principal for this one. The fight is, well, interesting. You shield his fireballs and constantly jump from one platform to another to not fall down. Well, that's the game. No special cutscene. You're just left in the open with questions. What will happen now? How will the storms go away? Where are my kids? Please, Sarah, I need to see them. Well, that was Risen. I would say the first half was really fun. The second, not so much, because at one point you become a juggernaut on Tren and crush everything. I will give this game 8 unused shields out of 10 enslaved palmers. If you have made it this far, I want to thank you very much for stopping by. Since I am a newborn channel, I would love to hear feedback from you, even if you want to curse my whole family and loved ones. I don't know what the next game I review will be. It might be the sequel to this game, but I am open for suggestions, of course. See you soon, hopefully